Welcome to League of Legends at a Glance, the only show that can revitalize my will to edit videos so I can finally finish this damn Teemo video! So, Udyr's long-awaited rework just hit the PvE, meaning it's time to memorialize old Udyr before he enters the Hall of the Reworked alongside Galio and Rise again. Udyr might very well be one of League's most iconic characters. Since the early days when Trick 2G was opening gates up and down the rift, Udyr cemented his legend as the OG champ for split pushing. You see, back in the day, Udyr had it all. Movement speed out the wazoo, attack speed and dueling power, sustain and durability, a point-and-click stun, topped off with a free Tiamat every 3 autos. Not only did Udyr have many tools at his disposal, he essentially had access to his whole kit within the first 5 minutes of the game, greatly outmatching anyone early on. Not to mention, Udyr had level 2 gank cheese only rivaled by the Clown King himself. All these different but individually strong abilities make for a character that is versatile enough to fit into any build with any role. You need a strong ganker? You got Udyr's E. Need a good duelist? You got Udyr's Q. Comboing this with Udyr's passive, which gives him an incentive to keep swapping between stances, you're guaranteed to make use of all your stances somehow through the course of a game. This design philosophy of making independent but versatile abilities has served Udyr well over the years. However, in the age of modern Riot design, where passives alone will put the power budget of older champions to shame, Udyr's stances have lost their luster. Oh no. Not to say that Riot's modern kit design got worse, in fact I think it's genuinely impressive. Most of the time. Champ designs are at their best in my opinion when each part of the kit works together and each ability is powerful within context of each other rather than on its own merit. This doesn't just end with how the abilities function, but also includes how they scale, both the actual number ratios and the order you level them in. Since Udyr's abilities are supposed to be kind of independent of each other, you can level them up in any order you want. This means it's now very important to nail which stats each ability scales with, since it will determine what items you build. One of Udyr's biggest problems is that the stats his abilities scale with are all over the place, so no matter what you build, you will always end up with what is essentially a dead ability. Alright gamers, we have yet to get a single good game of Udyr tonight, so hopefully we get a good game of Udyr going, and then everything will be terrible. Please, I just want a single good game. Alright, so things not going well in this game. Flood is split pushing, not great. Do not like the fact that Flood is split pushing. But together we can stop the enemy menace that is the Clay. I don't think we're winning this one. Okay, I'm up. Yeah, baby! Get this man! Trinidad looking character. My buddy, my broson, my man. Okay, can I get the home guard bonus, please? There we go. Alright, well, they did not kill Kled. Okay. Good, get him! Oh, what the frick? Ah, well, we tried our best. Let's look at Udyr's kit for more details. Udyr's passive is Monkey's Agility. As alluded to prior, Udyr doesn't have an ultimate ability, but rather 4 basic abilities, or stances, that have both a passive and an active effect. After switching to a stance, Udyr cannot switch again for 1.5 seconds. Each time Udyr switches a stance, he gains a stack of Monkey's Agility, which gives him 5 bonus movement speed and 10% attack speed for 5 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Udyr's passive gives him a little extra power after switching between stances. Udyr doesn't really have any mobility aside from running really fast, and all his abilities have some sort of on-hit effect, usually proccing up 3 basic attacks, so you really need to keep those stacks of Monkey's Agility going. Fortunately, it's not that difficult to build stacks, since each stack lasts for 5 seconds and each ability has a 6-second cooldown, so you're guaranteed to have at least one ability off cooldown at all times. Keep in mind that the spammable nature of Udyr's abilities make him quite mana hungry, so don't use your abilities willy-nilly. Monkey's Agility is best used right before a fight, so be sure to switch to 2 stances you intend to use last before going in with your engagement ability. You need that movement speed to make ganks happen, because otherwise the enemy will see you coming a mile away, leaving your face vulnerable to 5 different flavors of CC. Udyr's Q is Tiger Stance. Passively, Udyr's Passively, Udyr's attacks generate Tiger stacks. At 3 stacks, his next auto attack is powered and will bleed the enemy every 0.5 seconds for 2 seconds. Subsequent procs of Tiger Strike will cause the remaining damage to be dealt instantly and refreshes the bleed. As an active, Udyr gains 80% attack speed for 5 seconds and immediately generates 3 stacks of Tiger Strike. I'm gonna be real with you, Tiger Stance is my favorite Udyr stances. It is his most aggressive option, giving him one of the highest long-term attack speed stories in the game, which is excellent for stacking lethal tempo. This is also very spicy, but remember when I said about level max order? Well, in order to get the most out of Tiger Stance, you have to max it first, which is a huge blow to your ganking power because you lack the mobility to actually stick on your targets long enough to deal that damage. Not to mention, you're also kind of a sitting duck in fights since you don't have any mobility aside from run really fast, so building AD to benefit off this ability will leave you incredibly squishy, meaning you'll only have the time to taste 2 of those 5 flavors of CC you're about to take to the face, but you're sent directly right back to the fountain. Honestly, I'm willing to put money that Tiger Stance is Udyr's most powerful stance, and if it were put on a character that could utilize it better, it would be insanely overpowered as an ability. But because it's on Udyr, it's just okay. Udyr's W is Turtle Stance. Passively, every attack generates turtle stacks. At 3 stacks, Udyr's next attack will heal him for up to 4% of his maximum HP based on his missing HP. This effect will not proc if Udyr is at full HP. Actively, Udyr gains a shield scaling with 45% of his AP and instantly generates 3 stacks of turtle. Being real to get, Turtle Stance is my least favorite ability, and is oftentimes useless no matter what you build on him. The heal scales with max HP, so presumably you want to build Tank or Bruiser, but the shield scales with AP, so I guess you want to build AP Bruiser? Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. 45% AP scaling isn't even that great, and a 60 HP shield is pathetic, so unless you plan on maxing Turtle Stance first, and good luck with that, Turtle Stances will remain a dead ability for most of the game. I sometimes elect not to even put a point into this, so I can get a head start on maxing an ability I actually want to use. Maybe there's some weird lifesteal build you could focus Turtle Stance around, but that's fueled more copium than Netcrypt, still waiting for that Star Guardian PvE game mode that we're totally getting, by the way. Turtle Stance might be bound to W, but honestly, this ability is one big L. Udyr's E is Bear Stance. Passively, Udyr's attacks are unpowered, giving them an uncancelable windup and will stun whoever he basic attacks for 1 second. Champions who are hit by the stun are marked as mauled and cannot be stunned again for 5 seconds. Actively, Udyr is ghosted and gains up to 40% move speed for 3.25 seconds. During this time, Udyr's attacks will also lunge towards a target by 40 units if they aren't mauling. Perhaps the most basic, but also the most integral of his stances, Bear Stance is what makes Udyr Udyr. The movement you get from Bear Stance combo amongst his agility is the key feature that makes his entire kit function. You need the movement speed and the stun in order to make your ganks impactful and to allow the rest of your abilities to do the thing. It is your only form of ability that allows you to run really fast, letting you either stick to people or getting yourself out of a sticky situation. I will not yield, under any circumstance. Here, buddy, have Tibbers. Frick you. What the wait a minute! Oh, that's goofy. So, fun fact, casting your ultimate counts as a summoner's spell in this game mode. And me constantly recasting Tibbers is proccing my Nimbus Cloak. Interesting. Hey Pantheon, enjoy some Tibbers in your eye. What the frick? Let me move! Dang, all the boys really do just be there, huh? We must all converge upon this Udyr right here. I am so upset. Every single gosh darn time.
Your team has destroyed.
Well. Oh, they're all here. They're in the bush. I don't know if like soloing Baron is the move. Well, it was in fact the move. It's okay, Ronaldo. We got this for gamers. To frickin'. Moving. Whew. No, he's found me! You'll never be able to catch me! Frick these minions! The great escape. Certified Udyr moment right there. Oh. And that's a list of games we should not have won. Pretty epic of us, if I do say so myself. Or they call me the gamer. Because I game so hard. This is probably the ability you want to max first, but the problem with that is that Bear Stance literally doesn't scale with any stat and only gets stronger with level. This means you're either focusing your entire build around the ability you're maxing second, which is an optimal, or you're going full movement speed and turning yourself into a stun bot, which is the most common way to play Udyr. If you're lucky, you might be able to stun 2, maybe 3 people if they're close together, but more often than not, you're going to have to be heavily stunning one person in a team fight and being a meat shield for your carries. Having a point-and-click stun you can use on more than one person to fight is incredible, if it were on a champion that utilize it better than Udyr. Udyr's R is Phoenix Stance. Passively, Udyr's attacks generate Phoenix stacks, and in 3 stacks, Udyr's next attack becomes empowered, unleashing a cone of fire in front of him that scales to 80% of his AP. Actively, Udyr creates an aura around him for 4 seconds and deals damage to all enemies near him, scaling up to 100% of his AP, and it instantly gains 3 Phoenix stacks. It's as basic as it gets. Phoenix Stance is essentially a Tiamat every 3 auto attacks, and a Sunfire cape you can activate on command. It's your main method of clearing the jungle, and honestly has some pretty scary AP scalings on it, so normally you're either maxing this first or second depending on how much you value the speed from Bear Stance. AP Udyr is actually kinda scary, and the clear Phoenix Stance provides actually makes my misguided pipe dream of Udyr being a mid laner somewhat viable. But me running Udyr mid might honestly run net crit on who can huff the most copium. Fun fact, did you know that the blast from Phoenix Stance counts as a spell, meaning it can proc both tier and Wildeyes? That's gonna count for something, right? Right? So yeah, to recap, Udyr has a lot of mixed healing that don't really gel well with the rest of his kit, and always leaves one of his abilities severely neglected. On an individual level, each stance is strong, but can't maximize them because the stances don't mesh well together cohesively. If only there were a champion in the game that had similar strengths to Udyr, and even had a much more modern take on his visual and gameplay design, removing all the unnecessary clunk and refining what Udyr does at a base level. If only there were a champion that did that. Hey, wait a minute! Volibear is just an Udyr rework in disguise, what the heck? Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I swear I'm still working on that Teemo video and making long form or edited content. I just need something to get the juices flowing again. 2020 has been one hell of a decade so far, and honestly I'm surprised I made it this long. For old viewers, thanks for sticking around for these past few years, and for the new ones, I hope you enjoy the content I have in store. I swear I'm gonna make another, I swear, it's not gonna be another year before I upload it. I promised myself I wouldn't do that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe, and share this around if it got a laugh out of you. There's a link to my coffee if you want to buy me some Checkers and Rowley's chicken bites, I don't know, there's also the link to my gaming channel and Twitch account down there, so I hope to see you there as well. That's pretty much all I got, and bye-bye, bye-bye.